back here with this attorney, Spirit of Justice, where we just accepted Trucy's case because she has been arrested on suspicion of murder of her cohort, the great Mr. Rios, one of the third character whose age we have no idea about, which is troubling to say the least. Died on stage, now we gotta defend her. Golly, she was working so hard and there's no way she made, even if she made a mistake, it wasn't that big a mistake. I just know it! God, this is so hard to not whistle or hum to this along with the music in these games. It's not fair. It's so hard to record these games because I just keep saying the music. I'm counting on you. I don't want to have to cancel the show on its opening day. Right. She seems fine now.
Trucy! Let's win this trial together!
Unlike some people. Don't worry, Athena. We can do it. I have utter faith in us. We stopped the child from getting beheaded before. No more death need occur. Well, we better get right to investigating. Come on, Athena. Wipe that nose and let's go.
Excuse you! You said he's not on my face, Apollo!
Yeesh, talk about an emotional roller coaster. I need to investigate the stage at the Penrose Theater where the body was found. Yeah, I hope no one will try to stop us. You know, considering we're not police or detectives or anything. If you're going to the Penrose Theater, can I ask you a favor? Of course. What is it? Can you feed my rabbits? Except the human one, don't feed her. Don't encourage her, actually. Of course, what is it? I left a very special notebook behind in my dressing room. Sure, we can pick it up for you. That notebook is really, really important to me. I don't know what I'd do if anybody read it. Wow. I wonder what's in it. Grammary tricks, I suppose. The notebook is in my blue handbag on the table. It's big and black, you can't miss it. Thanks in advance. And with that, I gotta go. It seems they've got more questions for me. Alright, see you later, Trucy. Be brave! I believe in you! So, should we investigate the stage first or go get the notebook? Notebook, for sure. Dun, 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 dun. Is this a remix of a theme from one of the other games? I don't know why it sounds so familiar to me. No, apparently I don't know it. I thought I knew it. We're making this diagram, hey, Athena?
Oh, some evidence from the case! Well, too bad! I don't have a single thing to say about it!
And you're proud of that? Why? She's just owning it, Apollo. Sometimes you just gotta own that you have no idea what's going on. Any ideas aside from that, though?
It must be so hard for Trucy! You saw how bravely she held back her tears!
Maybe you should practice a little of that bravely holding back tears yourself. And by maybe, I mean your nose is running again.
Enough with the snot-shaming! Haven't you ever heard the song Into Each Life Some Boogers Must Fall?
I'll take your word for it.
We have to investigate the Penrose Theater from top to bottom. And talk to every single person involved as well.
Wow, you're really fired up.
Of course! Trucy's entire future depends on this!
The agency's entire financial future, too. She's the only one bringing in money, yeah. Isn't she technically CEO now? Dressing room first, let's go get that notebook. Someone's gonna have taken it, surely. April 27th, Penrose Theater dressing room. The dressing room looks just the way it did before the incident. Does it? I don't know why it looks a little more cluttered to me somehow. All these items look kind of lonely without their owners. We have to find Trucy's notebook for her. Let's see. She said it would be in her blue handbag on the table, right? We should see what else we can check out while we're here. Yes, let's! Damn, these investigation themes popping! Yes, examine we ought to. Notebook book first, this is the thing I'm most curious about. It's like we're gonna open it and it's gonna be like, it's not here! And it's like someone else is gonna be like, excuse me, from behind, and startle us and be like, I took the notebook. Oh, here's the handbag Trucy was talking about. Feel a little funny about taking around in a girl's purse. I guess it's okay to open it. After all, she did ask us to. Oh, just don't get in there! But not you, Apollo, let me do it! It's a noisy purse. See. Huh? No, not this. What's this? Oh, wow, she has... Oh, Trucy, you are bad. What is it? I want to see too. It's funny. She said it was a black notebook, right? But there's nothing like that in here. Maybe Trucy was wrong about where she left it? Let's keep looking around for it. Or maybe someone stole it. Maybe that's the motive for murder. Oh, there's something over there. I say we take a look through Mr. Reese's things too. Hey, is that a notebook sticking up from behind his briefcase? You're right. It's practically screaming, over here, look at me! That's what I thought. Do you think it could be... Oh, wow, Athena! Our hunch was right. It's Trucy's notebook. It wasn't there before, was it? That's why I thought everything looked a little more cluttered. It's because there was one more item than before. I love the little animated effects as well on the little details around the investigatable areas. What's it doing mixed in with Mr. Reese's stuff? Good question. Trucy's ultra important notebook. It was mixed in with Mr. Reese's belongings. It's locked. Guess that means we can't read it. I wonder what kinds of secrets are in there to make her want to lock it. A girl her age needs her privacy. Besides, everybody has a secret or two they don't want others to know about. If there's anything in there about kisses or crushes, I think Mr. Wright would cry. He seems like he'd be fine with it. She probably won't be there, but just in case, we can show it to her now and ease her mind. Nope. Not out of questioning yet. What do you think about it then, Athena? A mysterious locked notebook. What if there's anything about me in there? Like that one time I ate her pudding? I wonder if she was mad at me for doing that. Don't worry. If there's one thing I know about Trucy, it's that she's more mature than some people I know. Foot, meat, mouth for having presented Trucy's notebook to Athena before... something. Wait, sorry, what? Before returning it to Trucy, okay. Yes, let's have a look. I have so many questions about a lot of this. Who are these flowers from? Because I'm thinking Jinxie, Gavin, with these ones. Hey, these flowers! They're from La Miroir. Oh, okay. La Miroir. Have I heard that name before? Oh, she's a famous singer. They call her the Siren of the Ballad, and she's pretty popular. How would a famous singer be sending Trucy flowers? Oh, well, we met her through a case I headed up once. Wow! Your circle of acquaintances is bigger than I thought! La Miroir. I don't know why, but her songs really touch me for some reason. I hope she's doing well. Me too. I was actually kind of assuming we were going to get more of her, you know, given in this game, but I guess it's going to be one of those things that's just left to your imagination of when exactly that whole meeting comes about. Because Phoenix says something at the end, like, I'll tell them someday, right? Man, I wonder if that's going to be like a... That would be crazy if they brought that as a big plot point into this one, to like create some soap drama tension between the three of them, or the four of them, I guess. Phoenix, La Miroir, Trucy, and Apollo. Oh, these are from Prosecutor Gavin. Roses, huh? I like him. Pretentious. They might be pretentious, but you know what? He makes it work. Apollo, I've noticed this for a while now, but you get awfully prickly when it comes to Prosecutor Gavin. You think so? I mean, don't hate him just because he's beautiful. But that's not it at all! Don't worry, Apollo. We know. Huh? Aren't these Ninetales flowers? Oh yeah, that's the special flower her mom had and everything. You know those flowers that only grow in Ninetales Vale? Oh my goodness, you're right! There's a card here and a letter to go with it. The card says, good luck, Trucy, from Damien and Jinxie Temma. You're Temma and Jinxie, huh? What does the letter say? Let's see. Oh! There's a message for you in here, too. Red-horned demon. Please tell Mr. Demon Layer I said thank you for everything. Thanks to him, I overcame my fears and now I'm not afraid of yokai anymore. And guess what? I've even become friends with yokai like Iton Momen and Konaki Gigi. No matter what happens, I guess you'll never grow out of her demon obsession. I don't even want to know what those ones are about. Brr. It's a dove. Trucy must use it in one of her tricks. I don't know loads about Alice in Wonderland, so it's possible that Rias and the dragon... The dragon's the Jabberwocky, right? But maybe the Rias, there's some joke about Alice in Wonderland there. Or maybe once we know his first name, there'll be like an obvious pun that makes some sense. It's a dove. Trucy must use it in one of her tricks. Yeah. There's another birdcage next to it. I wonder what's in that one. What in the world was that? You know what? Who cares? Trucy put some posters up, I see. Oh, here's one of Troop Grand Marie.
Troop Khura'In, magical menagerie, huh? Looks like a bunch of folks dressed in outfits a bit too gaudy for their age, if you ask me.
But isn't that pretty much how all the best magicians dress? I guess it's because Lemmermore always wears the veil, but it's kind of surprising that with how public Talassa was, there was no one ever connected the dots on that one. Well, I guess if it's a magician on stage, you don't necessarily have superb footage of them. Gotta say, I dig Mr. Rios' outfit. Though I always did like Zach's as well, with the pink cape and hat and the clubs. It's pretty dope. Oh, hold on. So if Trucy and Talassa are diamonds, and Zach's clubs, and your hearts, Manaphi spades. I don't know why you've just got all this stuff going on anyway. Well, I guess you're a joker, that makes sense.
Was Troop Khura'In really such a big deal back in the day?
I guess so. Everybody in the country knew them back then. They had great tricks, like making a building disappear, or escaping a safe drop from a helicopter. Wow. I was in Europe at that time, so I had no idea. But if even you know about them, they must have been really, really famous. I used to see them a lot on TV. I think it was back when I was in junior high. I don't know what that means in Canadian speak. That's grade 9, is it? No. Great, because grade 9 is freshman year, and then I guess 10 is sophomore, and then 11's junior high, 12 is senior high. Is that it? It doesn't really matter, I guess, but to the case or anything. I thought, actually, didn't he say he was in junior high when he, like his fondest memories of, what's his face, Clay, were from then? Never mind, junior high is middle school, which makes sense, because I remember him looking younger than a high schooler in those flashbacks. What? This Wikipedia page says that in Canada we say junior high. Oh, but not in Ontario. Right, okay. Anyway, so he's pretty young then. He's like 11, 12. The one in black was the original leader of Troop Khura'In, Trucy's grandfather. His name was Manaphi Khura'In. The one in pink with the mustache, that's Zach Khura'In, Trucy's late biological father.
Oh, and look, there's Mr. Rios.
So this poster's from back when he was a member of Troop Khura'In, huh? Which would have, if Trucy said that was 13 years ago, she would have been way young at that point. Trucy said he left the troop after he was injured during a show or something, right? Mr. Rios was injured during a show 13 years ago and left Troop Khura'In, 13-year-old poster, huh? Big old briefcase here, was that there before?
Look at all this stuff. I bet it belongs to that bunny assistant we saw in the show.
Oh yeah, well duh. So I guess that this isn't Trucy's.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Does she really need all that? I mean, I don't think I've ever seen so much makeup. When it comes to sheer number of items, your desk back at the office isn't any better. Those things are the natural accumulation of 2 years of work, and they're all necessary. Really? Instant noodles and crackers?
Of course! I need those for when I have to stay at the office all night, prepping a case.
And the comic books, too.
Oh! Of course I need those too. Manga these days are super realistic and informative. I need them for research.
Uh-huh. I see.
So you need to research street fighting and the funnies, do ya? Comedy's a very useful tool in a courtroom negotiation.
Oh, look at the adorable little bunnies!
Rabbits, huh? I used to have a pet rabbit.
Really?
You?
You sure don't look the type.
What do you mean? What's wrong with me having a pet rabbit?
Aren't people who have rabbits as pets usually the quiet, sensitive type?
Well, pardon me for being so loud and insensitive. I think of rabbits as being pretty temperamental, actually. Who knows what that says about the owners, I guess. What's this? A script of the show? It says Bonnie, so it must belong to that bunny assistant we saw in the show. Oh, interesting. Magic So script. In 9:30 a.m., Mr. Rios transforms into a dragon. Trucy's hat trick. 10:20 a.m., Bonnie's teleportation trick and Trucy's escape trick. 11 a.m., Mr. Rios' fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure the fire bucket is ready. You and I got to see the first two parts up to the end of the 10:20 a.m. segment. Oh yeah, so there was going to be another fire trick after that? Weird. Because we definitely saw a fire trick from Mr. Rios way early on. But this Mr. Rios' fire trick, we didn't get to see that part.
Yeah, because they canceled the show after the accident.
Hey, there's a note about the fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure the fire bucket is ready. Come to think of it, when Mr. Rios turned into a dragon, it breathed fire, didn't it?
Coin tricks and fire tricks were Mr. Rios' specialties.
I thought you just said you didn't know him. Or wait. Oh, no. She's right. She said, he's been regaining popularity of late. My mistake.
Maybe they had some big finale planned, where Mr. Rios and Trucy would face off in a grand magical showdown after his revival.
Show's script added to the court record. Or maybe this trick somehow went off by accident early on. But you think she would have mentioned that to us, in backstage. Weird.
Well, you've examined just about everything, I think. Looking through other people's stuff was so thrilling. Like I'm doing something naughty.
I know what you mean. Just don't go poking around in my things at the office.
Why? What do you have to hide?
I don't think I like how her eyes lit up all of a sudden. Anyway, we better get this notebook to Trucy. Yes, we'd better. We've already searched here, but never hurts to take another look around. I felt like there was one or two things. I didn't check out the outfits. But we got everything of importance, I guess is what they're telling us. Look at all these costumes. I bet they're all Trucy's. They seem to be all the same size.
Ooh, could you tell by the scent? Are you like some kind of bloodhound or something? I'm her assistant, not her pet.
Very well, works for me. Let's shove off. Yeah, we probably do want to get that back to her ASAP. Oh, nope, not happening until we investigate the rest of it, I suppose. Fine by me. April 27th, Penrose Theater. Stage.
Okay, let's get down to business.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
We're the attorneys for the defendant in this case. Is it alright if we examine the scene?
Of course it's not all right. I don't care if you're the defense of the president. No unauthorized investigations. Oh, does this mean we're going to meet a detective? Is Emma coming back?
Oh, come on! It wouldn't kill you to let us take a little look around.
I said no. Now get out of here. Scram!
I guess we'll just have to try and get permission from the lady detective.
But what if we just took a little looky-loo at the dragon here?
For real quiet and sneaky, maybe we can—
Hey, you kids! Don't touch the crime scene!
But we're the defendant's lawyers.
Big deal! Think that buys you some kind of special privilege or something? If you try and touch anything again, I'm gonna arrest you!
What if we give you a super discount coupon for when you need legal representation?
I said no!
You actually thought about it for a second there. I guess we'll have to find the lead detective and get permission after all.
It was worth a shot, right? Oh, any more thoughts about, the poster and the script, by the way?
It's a shame Troop Grammary won't ever be as they were back in their heyday. Yeah. But I have every faith Trucy will restore the troop to its former glory.
I mean, already it's just there. Look at this stuff.
And then you'll really be busy as Trucy's assistant. Yeah, I guess so. Wait, did you just agree with me? Why did I agree? I guess it means you're finally settling into the role. No, it doesn't.
How about the script? Any thoughts there?
Nope. I don't have a single thing to say about it.
Lead detective, huh? Guess we'll find them outside. April 27th, Penrose Theater. The person you were trying to call is not available. After the tone, please...
I've tried calling Mr. Wright 100 times, but he never picks up. We left him some voicemails, so he'll probably call once he gets them.
I'm sure those are some frantic voicemails. He's gonna be so concerned. It's just like,
Mr. Wright, your daughter! And the accident that we didn't get to, and the drive was breathing fire! He's gonna flip out when he hears what happened to Trucy.
Hopefully we can get her, not guilty before then. Hey, this is the place, the theater where that magical murder happened. Oh yeah, wonder if they brought the dead body out yet. I hear they already arrested the murderer. They say it's a young girl. Yeah, a high school student. Can you believe it? Kids these days.
What's with all the curious bystanders?
They sure are kicking up a fuss. Oh, I thought it was when we were about to meet, which is why I wasn't giving them a voice.
They sure are kicking up a fuss. How dare they call Trucy a murderer? They've got some nerve. We can't let people think that about her. We have to defend her.
Apollo, is that you?
It is Emma! Hey! Forensics! Oh my god, no way, is she actually? Emma? It's sure been a while. How have you been? Oh, I can't complain. I haven't seen you in ages.
Emma's not usually in the best of moods, so I never quite know what to do or say around her.
Well, we have some business to take care of, so I guess we better get out going. Hey, wait a minute. What? Was it something I said? You're darn right it's something you said. What's with you brushing me off like that? We've got heaps to catch up on. After all we've been through. You're not still mad at me about something, are you? Sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. Is this Paula? Distant cousin or something? Oh, no, Emma's a detective I've had the pleasure of working with before. Hello, I'm Emma Skye, forensic investigator.
This is the theme of someone who's actually been accepted as a forensic investigator. Hells yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, hang on. Sorry, never mind. They've added another part of it.
Hell yeah! It's got this like new righteous part to it.
Because she's not all gloomy and depressed all the time anymore. Oh, that's a vibe. Hell yeah, dude.
What? So you're finally a full-fledged forensic investigator. That's so hard to say fast. Full-fledged forensic investigator. Yeah, I finally achieved my lifelong dream. Look, I even have an official forensic investigator armband and everything. That's great, Emma. I bet the exam was really hard, huh?
Oh, it was a cinch.
Really? Because I thought you said something about failing it over and over. Well, never mind that. The important thing is I'm not a plain old detective anymore. So no more boring old investigations from me. I'm so happy I can hug the whole world. Coming from you, that's really something.
She was like slightly snippy. I don't really know that she was like always as done with the world as Apollo seems to think.
Criminals beware. Fingerprinting, luminol testing, DNA analysis, Emma Skye is raring to go, so bring it on! Wow, guess it's goodbye grumpy clouds, hello fanatical sun.
I'm so happy, that's so nice! You so rarely get, well not so rarely, but it's just always nice when you get a character from like a few games ago who's actually finally doing better. It was nice to see her, that Jinxie was doing as well, also, and the Mirror for that matter.
She's very cheerful, isn't she? It's because of the weather or something? She sure wasn't like this before. She was pretty frustrated back when she was assigned to the Criminal Affairs Department. And she was always munching on chocolate SNACKOOs to relieve her stress.
SNACKOOs and stress are a thing of the past. I've said goodbye to both of them. Well, I believe you say goodbye to always stressing, but I find it unlikely that you've given up SNACKOOs for good. After all, what are you going to throw at Apollo now? Like acid?
And may you never have to see either again. By the way, are you two here because of the murder? Murder? Don't you mean the accident?
Oh, then I guess you haven't heard. The case is being treated as a straight-up homicide now.
What?
Just so you know, I heard that the prosecution is going to argue tomorrow that Trucy outright murdered Mr. Rios.
What? Are you kidding? They're treating it as a murder? Emma, please tell us everything you know.
Of course. Anything to help Trucy.
You and Trucy were friends?
Why do I not remember that? Oh, well, I guess you met in Ace Attorney 4, and you weren't on good terms anyway. You and Apollo, you liked Apollo and Trucy, really. Is this stuff all the same, or do you have new information now that Emma's standing here? Nope, all the same. Just in case you forgot who I am, I'm a lawyer.
It's been 2 years since we first met. But you're still just a newbie to me.
God, I love her outfit. It's so cool. I want that outfit.
Hey, that's not fair, and I'm not even the newest lawyer in our office anymore. Yep, that's Apollo and me. Just two newbies working our way up.
Aw, look at you two. The newbie duo. Must be nice, right, Apollo? Maybe I shouldn't be showing you any of this if you're a detective on the case. I mean, they always treat like detectives like they're our opposition, which isn't. I mean, they're supposed to be kind of objective, I think. It's just that they're usually investigating for the police, kind of, because they're police detectives. Although I guess, did she say she's forensics, but she's still police, right? She's not like a private investigator or anything now. She makes it sound like she's still police anyway. Whatever. I'm curious what'll happen if we present some of these things.
Oh! Are you asking me to test that? Hey, why are you putting it away?
I can't. I just can't let her cover this in chemical reagents.
It's weird, but I keep running into the name Troop Grummery over the years.
I know how you feel.
Maybe it's fate. Have you ever considered joining them? You could use your expertise in forensics to do scientific magic.
You're not thinking of stuff like picking the right card using fingerprint powder, are you?
You can hardly call that magic, Athena. Yeah, I guess not.
Looks like we hit the nail right on the head. I mean, I think that would be an awesome magic trick. Are you kidding? Explain how you did it with science after, give them a science lesson after, that would be so cool. And that's all. Okay. Let's chat then.
Can we please investigate? Why is the case being treated as a homicide now and not involuntary manslaughter?
Well, apparently, there's something that proves it was a straight-up homicide.
Oh, that's vague. Do you know any of the details?
No, I'm afraid that's all I was told. Ba-boom! Oh, never mind.
Really? How come?
Well, because the lead prosecutor's kind of a hard guy to read.
Oh, is that right?
Oh my god. It's not gonna be Dirk, is it? That would be truly wild.
But maybe it's just a culture gap thing?
Because there's gotta be something that ties what we're doing in Japanifornia to what we're doing in Kingdom of Khura'In, right? Like, it has to meet up somehow. Oh my god, that would be so wild if he was, like, somehow working on the court systems in this country to destabilize it or something, to help him overthrow Kingdom of Khura'In or something, maybe.
Anyway, he's not really one to share his thoughts.
Wait, what do you mean by culture gap?
I mean that he's a... Whoa. I mean that he's a foreigner, so his way of going about things is different. So, who exactly am I up against tomorrow?
Let's ask about that, please.
Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth has been reorganizing the prosecutor's office lately. As a part of that effort, he's gotten rid of a lot of corrupt prosecutors.
But not all of them.
So the prosecutor's office is looking pretty empty these days. And that's how a foreign prosecutor got assigned to this case. That's part of it, yes. We were short on prosecutors, and this guy just happened to be visiting.
And what's the purpose of his visit?
Well, some insurgents from the Kingdom of Khura'In are thought to be hiding out here. As an international prosecutor, he apparently came to investigate the matter personally.
Oh my god, it's not gonna be, Inga, is it?
So he's from the Kingdom of Khura'In.
That's right. He's also a Khura'inist monk.
A monk? So how did he get assigned to this particular case anyway?
It seems he's very devoted to furthering his studies as a prosecutor. He wanted to learn how crime scenes are investigated here, so he just showed up.
So he was just curious, huh? He looked at the entire crime scene over quite earnestly, and just as everyone else was ready to call it a case of involuntary manslaughter, this is most certainly a murder, this cruel act of an impure soul. That's what he said. Just like that. Then he volunteered himself as the prosecutor for this case. With the shortage of prosecutors right now, the prosecutor's office was glad to have him. So, Trucy was arrested for murder all because of this guy, huh? We need a reason to hate him before we go into this court sequence. I have to say, he's definitely not your typical prosecutor. He says court is where a victim receives their last rites. Where the truth is revealed, the criminal is judged, and the victim's soul sees salvation. Receiving last rites in the court allows the victim to finally rest in peace, or so he claims. So, to him, a trial is like performing funeral rites for the victim, huh? That's certainly a unique way of looking at it. His name is Nayuta Sadmadi. Nayuta Sadmadi. Not sure if I've got a pun name on that one just yet, but it might be something we know only later. What? Nayuta Sadmadi? That's right. What, do you know him or something? Oh, I guess you could say I've heard of him. Yeah, well, he is pretty famous. Really? Yes, they say he travels the world solving difficult case after difficult case. Where there's a hard case to crack, he's called in to prosecute it. Don't like the sound of that. Wow, sounds like it's gonna be tough to beat. I can't believe this. I have to stand in court against him? He seems like a very kind and gentle person, though. He's very polite and understanding to everyone he talks to. Huh. So he's a pretty good, agreeable guy, then? Yeah, he's bound to see what kind of person Trucy really is. But don't they hate defense attorneys in Khura'In? Would he even listen to what we have to say? Funny that Athena knows that, but Phoenix didn't. I don't see why not. He certainly seems like the type of person who would. Even so, do you think you could do us a favor, Emma? Could you tell Prosecutor Sadmadi about Trucy, about what a good person she is? Of course. Leave it to me. I'll make him understand there's no way Trucy could have committed the murder. I hope he listens to reason. Me too. I wonder what Apollo's relationship with this dude is. Well, maybe he just has heard of him, I guess. But it seems like he knows more than Emma's said. Congrats on finally becoming the forensic investigator you always wanted to be. Thanks! I failed that exam so many times, but I finally did it! I can finally use my forensics kit openly whenever I want! Oh yeah, you used to have to stealth use a kit you send away for. Oh, I still use that one too. But now, it's more of a hobby kit. It's important to have hobbies too, you know. So, basically nothing's changed. Are you kidding? I don't have to worry about getting in trouble for taking fingerprints for fun now. It's positively life-changing. I can take all the prints I want. Are you sure you're allowed to do that? Sure, I'm sure. I've been collecting all the prints I've taken into a personal database. That's gotta be illegal. Now hold out your hands. I need to get your prints too. Just promise me you won't use them for evil. I can't believe she took my prints too, Apollo. This is looking pretty bad, Apollo. They're calling it a murder and they've even got proof. What are we gonna do? Well, so they say. Look on the bright side, that's what. Bright side? What bright side? Well, the good thing about there being proof is that it has to point to the real killer. If we can find out who that is, we can prove Trucy's innocence. Oh! Hey, you're right! Which means our objectives are clear. We have to find two things. Proof of Trucy's innocence, and evidence of the true culprit's identity. You know what, Apollo? You're starting to give me a glimmer of hope. Is it Pikmin reference? No, it's a common enough phrase, but it's just a very important phrase in Pikmin. And that means there's only one thing to do. Emma, would it be alright if we investigate the scene? If I said no, you just do it behind my back anyway, right? Would I do something like that? Guess the jig is up. Oh, alright, but I better come along. Who knows what sorts of mischief you get up to if I'm not there to keep an eye on you. Mischief? Sounds like I'm gonna trust you about as far as I can throw you, Apollo. Which thankfully is less than you can throw him. He has been known to move things around at the scene of a crime, you know. And what about you? You used to do all kinds of forensic tests on things without permission. There's nothing wrong with that. After all, forensics is always on the side of justice. How is it even remotely fair?
How is this even remotely fair?
Let's off we go! To the stage! April 27th, Penrose Stage Theater. Penrose Theater Stage, my mistake, is what I obviously meant to say because I can read and have linguistic understanding of what words mean. Alright, let's get down to investigating, shall we? Just make sure you don't move anything, or I'll get in big trouble. Fine, I promise. To only move the things I have to. Well, I have my own investigation to conduct, but let me know if you need anything. Yeah, okie dokie. It's been a while since we've done any investigating. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's dive right in. You do remember how to do this, right? If you don't, I can give you a quick rundown. Should I have Athena give me a rundown? I'm okay. Missed opportunity to say I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I've got it all locked away in the vault up here. Good.
And I'm sure it'll all come back to me too as we go along. Wait, wasn't it you who just offered to give me a rundown?
Right! You can rotate it all around. It's weird that they give you the option to get a tutorial or not get a tutorial on some things, but not others. So it's very interesting that the dragon fell, like, just conveniently right in front of where the body was. That seems suspicious, doesn't it? Like, the killer wanted a way to hide the body without anyone seeing. So this is the coffin the dead body appeared from.
I actually haven't... my forensic investigations license allows me to teleport straight through solid wood. I actually haven't examined that yet. Would you two mind giving me a hand?
Sure.
That's what! Trucy said the coffin was supposed to be empty when she stabbed it. So how did the victim even get in there?
Oh, sorry, that was Apollo.
I bet it's a secret door or something.
Didn't they say there was a trapdoor?
It sure is an oddly shaped thing, isn't it? Who knew it could unfold into something like this? Well, I heard that since it's used for magic tricks, the left and right panels are made to be interchangeable. How that helps with magic tricks, though, I have no idea.
Sorry, that was Emma as well. Damn it! Getting everyone wrong.
I'm sure they make use of it in some way we can't even imagine. There's no blood, though, for a gaping stab wound from a huge-ass sword. And there was no blood on the sword either, so what's all this junk?
About the sword being the murder weapon.
And white outline, huh? So this is where the body was. What exactly did it look like just after the incident occurred, I wonder? Oh, I have a photo of the crime scene. Here you go.
Okay, so stab wound in the back. Is the coffin really big enough for him to have stood with his back to that side? And he's got some kind of metal clasp here that I guess would allow you to get hoisted up or something.
Oh, wow. It looks like he was stabbed in the back. Yes, that's definitely what killed him. What's this thing around his waist? It's a stunt harness. A stunt wire can be attached to it so the person can float and fly through the air. Come to think of it, he did fly in Act 1, didn't he?
Oh, right, he was the dragon, duh.
Neat.
And about the trapdoor here?
Wait a minute. It looks like the bottom of the coffin opens, too. Ah, a secret door! Let's try opening it! Oh, look at that. It seems to lead to someplace under the stage. That's right. It goes to the understage passage. It's pitch black down there. Hold on. I think I see something glowing faintly. It's the glow-in-the-box dark treasure box! It's hard to make anything out down from up here. If you try to go down there, the magicians will get mad at you. Apparently, there are things down there that will give away the secrets behind their tricks. Well, that sucks. It's all right there and we can't even check it out. We're definitely gonna have to examine that understage passage at some point, though. Just maybe not today. And here's the back of it. Oh, sorry, I investigated nothing. Apollo, look! There's a secret door in the back panel of the coffin.
Never mind, I got it.
Do you think Mr. Reyes could have entered the coffin through there? Damn it! Do you think Mr. Reyes could have entered the coffin through there? If he could have done it without Trucy noticing, then maybe. It's like two magicians trying to out-magic one another right on each other's noses.
Well, it's scripted. There's a sword sitting here. I'm curious about that.
There's a sword here. It's covered in blood. Must be the murder weapon. The sword she threw away during the show didn't have any blood on it, right?
Widget, help me! Beep, beep! Zoom, zoom, enhance!
Trucy said she was sure she switched it out with the rubber sword. Unfortunately, this one certainly doesn't look like it's made of rubber. But where's the rubber one, then?
Downstairs?
Hey, Emma? Were there any fingerprints on the sword?
Oh, is that the little symbol that was on Phoenix's beanie before? It's like an owl or something.
Let's see. According to my data, no prints were found. But that could be because the culprit wiped them off. Come to think of it, Trucy was wearing gloves during the show.
So she certainly wouldn't have left any prints either. Troubling.
Wow, this dragon is a lot more handmade than I expected. Yeah, well, I can't tell you how many hours I put into that freaking thing. What? You made it? Trucy had me help put it together. You know, as her assistant. She has you wrapped around her little finger, doesn't she? Trucy's smile has some kind of magical power that makes it impossible to say no.
Anything from this side that I would have missed? Curtains, a box and sword, backdrop. I love the tile work on this place. It reminds me of the bit in the SpongeBob movie game where you have to dance on the tiles. The disco minigame where you get killed if you step on the red ones. The dragon from the front. Was it you who painted it as well? Because good job if so. This is what they call a set piece. It's a piece of the onstage scenery. It suddenly fell down after the body was revealed, if I remember correctly.
Just as the brave heroine screams, a spell on the dragon breaks. Losing its wings, the dragon falls to the ground. That moment marked the collapse of Trucy's magical kingdom. Magic, huh? Yeah, sure. Timing was so perfect, I'd be genuinely surprised if it was magic.
You guys think that's all? I feel like there was one or two more things I wanted to look at.
Something isn't right. It just doesn't make any sense. What's the matter, Apollo? You're making that weird thinking face again.
This one?
How did what should have been a rubber sword get switched with a metal one? Plus, the timing of that dragon set piece falling down. Wasn't that just a little too convenient?
For the killer, yeah.
Something just isn't sitting right. Grand Control to Major Apollo! Can you hear me, Major Apollo? Athena! I think I've got it! I think somebody switched Trucy's rubber sword for the metal one. Huh? To pin the murder on her! Someone switched the swords. But when could they have done that? When everyone was too busy to notice. Somebody could have switched Trucy's rubber sword with a metal one after the set piece fell. Everyone in the audience was kicked out of the theater. In the ensuing chaos, somebody could have carried out a cover-up operation.
I guess what he's getting at is that she would have noticed the weight difference. Although maybe in the heat of the moment, it's like a pretty fast moment in the show. So maybe she wouldn't have had time to really correct it. Of course, my homicide law isn't actually super strong, but if it turns out that someone swapped the swords with malicious intent, Trucy still gets convicted of involuntary manslaughter, right? Which obviously lesser sentence than first-degree murder. But usually in these games, it's rare you don't get like a full acquittal for the actual killing part. Sometimes they'll still be found guilty of like stealing something or something. But for someone as important as Trucy, I'm imagining there's a full acquittal coming, meaning we're gonna find out that he was dead before he even got into the coffin somehow. Or I don't know, if Mr. Hat could get yoinked up to the ceiling that fast, any other manner of like weapons could be moved around the stage quickly. In the ensuing chaos, somebody could have carried out a cover-up operation. I mean, one of the stagehands or show personnel could have done it before the police arrived. So what you're saying is somebody's actively trying to frame Trucy for the crime. Yes, some disgusting individual is trying to get away with murder. So it's someone related to the show. There's definitely a very high chance of that. Now if we could just figure out who it is. Well, usually that's not even the hardest part. So that makes it sound like we investigated all they wanted us to see, but I want to just scan a few of these other things, just have a look-see. We have one of those in the office, don't we? Yeah, that poor magic prop uses a shelving unit. I'd kind of like to see Trucy perform this trick sometime. Well, we both know you'd be the one in the box if she ever did. Well, one of the people in the box. You need multiple people, right? I feel bad for the prop, but we can stay a shelving unit in that case. This other one with all kinds of swords in it. Ooh, I've seen something like this before. It's like that game where you stick swords into a barrel until a little man inside pops up. Huh. That doesn't sound like any game I've ever heard of. Maybe it's only a thing in Europe? Really? It's pretty famous in Europe. Did you have anything to play with as a kid? Oh, you know, us simple Americans, we're just happy with a hoop and a stick. What? A hoop and a stick? Any Americans in the chat, feel free to explain that? Or does it just mean the hula hoop that was back at the office? Oh, hey, this is a curtain. I wonder what's behind it. I could have sworn I was scanning the top of this tower. Oh, I guess the whole back thing is just the curtain. Solid concrete! The backstage area. There's magic equipment and stuff like that back there. I'll open it a crack and check it out later. You weren't thinking of opening that curtain, were you? Well, me? Would I ever do a thing like that? Rats. Guess I'll have to ask her to open it for me later. I can scan Emma. Emma, can I ask you a question? Shh! This is the best part. She won't even look this way. Ooh, what great prints! Another set for my collection. Or shouldn't it just be Apollo's prints if it's on the thing he was building? Unless they're Trucy's. She, certainly seems to enjoy her work, doesn't she? It's part of her charm. In fact, I would say it's a large part of her charm. That's probably just about all. One last cursory check. It's very satisfying to see a professional at work, though, isn't it? Right, that got us the crime scene photo. What do you think about that, Athena? The victim was a popular magician, the great Mr. Rias. Was this Mr. Rias all that famous? Yeah, he was especially well known for his time reversal tricks. He can even turn a fully grown chicken back into a baby chick. Wow, wish I could have seen that. Probably got taped sometime. Right then, where are we off to next? Let's have a look at our to-do list right quick. Investigate the crime scene, return the notebook to Trucy. She hopefully out of questioning by now. Nope, apparently not. Oh, I guess I must have missed something then. Unless there's something new in the dressing room. Seems not. Let's have a look at the stage. They usually give you a bit more of a concrete, we're done here now. But they did like a fade out and then Apollo did his whole, something seems weird about the timing of this. So I thought, but I guess I thought wrong. Oh, the camera. The video camera's pointed right at the stage. I wonder what recorded. I want to take a peek, but Emma would... Wow. This residue data is so fascinating. She's so fixated on that bloodstain data. Her eyes are getting bloodshot. Quick, Apollo. While Emma's off in forensics at Randy's land. Let's see what's recorded on the camera. Wouldn't they have, streamed it to somewhere else? It doesn't get stored on the camera, does it? It was for live TV. Plus, we already saw it, what it recorded. But maybe we can actually get it into our court record now, which would be convenient. Well, like they were saying, magicians show... They try and misdirect you, so I'm going to look at everything but what the camera's at, what's actually in focus here. I'm not looking at Mr. Hat at all. I'm looking for other stuff here. Not looking at Bonnie either. I'm looking at these staircase, these back row things. Oh, I saw a shadow of something. There was a shadow of something going up and into the ceiling. I guess that was Mr. Hat. Did it come back down, the shadow, just then? I swear it did. my own cursor's giving me a loading bar. Sorry, I wasn't looking at her sword when she threw it away just then. I was looking at the curtain. God, the 3D animation is so good, though. The shadow went up again, right before the thing fell. Did you see that? Weird. What was that shadow? It looked like a spade. It's the same video we saw on TV where you can't see the body at all. Apollo, did you notice a strange shadow in that footage? You sure bet your ass I did. No? Why? Really? You with your perceive didn't see that? I don't think it was my imagination, but I'm pretty sure I saw something. A strange shadow, huh? Wonder what it was. Let's see. What else do we need to do on this stage? But did you find any fingerprints on the coffin? Actually, I haven't checked yet. I was going to do that at the end. I like to save the best for last. We aren't exactly talking about dessert here. Oh, but we are. Would you like to partake in my delicious dessert? I don't mind sharing. Oh, yes, please. There's always room for dessert, right? All right, I guess I'll join you too. So could you show us how you check for prints, Emma? Already forgot, did you? Sure, let's start with the basics. As you know, fingerprints are an excellent way of identifying someone. Sorry, did we actually get that footage in the court record? We did not. That's because no two people have the same set of fingerprints, not even twins. Is that really true? I would think that two people in history would have the same, just probably it's improbable that it would be anywhere near each other to the point that you could pretty reliably identify someone by them. I guess I don't know that for sure, but it just seems like it would be, right? God, I'm so happy Emma's back. She's looking great as well. In fine form. Nice to see her with a smile on her face. So if you find any prints around the coffin, they might lead us to the killer. If the culprit was dumb enough to leave prints behind, sure. By the way, I guess we've got you added to the court record now. 27 detective looks like she finally became the forensic investigator she always wanted to be. How old's Apollo by this point? He's 22 in, he's 24, so this is 2 years after. I guess he's around 24, which is how old Phoenix was in the first game, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go ahead and dust for prints now. Yes, please. You can do this just by mashing, right? Let's see. This looks like a promising spot. Try dusting in the area of fingerprint powder. Move the cursor around and keep pressing space until it's thoroughly covered in powder. When you're done, blow with hard to get rid of the excess powder. Sure, I'll just give a bit of the... sorry. The powder in this bottle is all we have to work with. If you run out, try blowing on the area. Any excess powder will be returned to the bottle. Alright, think I'm ready to give it a try. So I'll do a bit there and a bit there. Let's just try and cover this whole area a bit thoroughly. Sorry, this is not very methodical. Certainly got the makings of a handprint here. Let's get a bunch more in the center here. Oh, or not. How many fingers does this person have again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's a normal amount. You found some prints. Looks like the fingers of somebody's left hand. Now let's try comparing these with the ones we have on file. First, switch to analyze mode with Q to select a print. Sure thing. Next, select the print you want to analyze and confirm it with space. Or double-clicking. It won't let me move this around for some reason. Oh, okay, you can't drag this one for some reason. You just have to tap it. Doink! I've got a pretty clear print here. I wonder whose it is. I have the prints of everyone involved in the case right here. And now you two as well. Just choose the person whose prints you'd like to compare the sample against. There's a little blue badger loading icon. Well, the last person who was in the coffin was your man, the great Mr. Reyes. Yeah, looks like a pretty solid match to me. There's probably some achievement for scanning it with someone else and finding some funny dialogue. But, in the interest of moving this along a little bit, match found! One of these days we're gonna have to go back and 100% all the Steam achievements for both collections. Bingo! Looks like the prints belong to the deceased, Mr. Reyes. Well, if we found prints here, maybe we can find them elsewhere on the coffin too. Emma just seems to have great ideas about where to find them. I guess the exact other side makes sense though. Guess I'll try dusting for more prints. It was like right in the center, right around here that we found the other ones, so let's have a look at that. Oh my god, we got loads of fingerprint powder. We can put it all over this place. I wasn't even looking at how much we had, but I was assuming we only had like 4 dollops per bottle, which is like absolutely drowned this place in it. Yeah, that's a pretty clear print, alright. I guess we want to get like all the other fingers as well and get a bit more on this. Oh no, sorry, I have to switch to analyze. Now that we got this. Pretty clear one here as well. There, I found some. These prints are apparently Mr. Reyes's too. Shall we try looking for prints on the outside of the coffin now? Yes, let's. I'm glad you're allowed to touch it, because I'm not. This time you'll be able to rotate the coffin and look at it from all different angles. Oh man, this is way much more involved than the earlier games. I love this about it. That'll give you a chance to examine it thoroughly. Gotcha. Right, so they clearly want me to see, they seem to want me to scan the front of it, sort of. Wait, sorry, how do they say we rotate it? Or maybe we don't rotate it for the moment. Now we're just investigating the front of it. I'd like to have a look on the emblem here. Doink, 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 doink. Get those lungs ready, Paulo, those cords of steel. There's much blowing in your future. Nothing there. Way up top, maybe. Oh, sorry. Okay, no. Oh, I got confused because... never mind. You can rotate it, the arrow keys. Oh, so it's like a right click or middle click, maybe? I wonder how you do it with mouse. Oh, you just click and drag it with mouse. Oh, right, okay, got it. And then you arrows. Okay, got it, cool. Sorry, I skipped the explanation and then immediately found I needed it. I'm very interested in this back panel, because that was my first theory, right? Was that you could exit it out the back. And I guess you would open it if this is the latch. Oh, unless that's the handle, I can't tell. Oh, let's just put some fingerprint powder on all of it. Just throw that wherever, you know, just get some all over there thing. Using the 3D to much better purpose, I would say, in this game than 4 and 5. Well, I mean, 4 had some good bits of examining the evidence. Dual Destiny is like, it automated a bit of it for you now and again, which was a little weird. Like the folding screen, they were all like that could have been a much more interesting puzzle if they didn't just do it for you kind of thing. So I'm glad that there's a bit more interactivity in these. Not that you can like fail it exactly. It's just interesting that your instincts of where to check first feel a bit more rewarded when there's a lot more space to cover like this, I guess. Oh, I have to like go around each bit of it and blow. God, you got some lungs on you, Apollo, to blow that much even. Wow, not a damn thing there. Check the bottom then, I guess. Oh, that's cool. The angle from which you scan it actually changes the angle at which it... Oh, that's so cool! I'm like in all of the computer science of that. I mean, I guess it's just like vector logic, but that's so cool! Because it looks like it's all perspective, it looks like just a circle from here, but then you rotate it and it's like, stretch! So actually, we could get this done a lot faster if I just scan it from like the side of a whole edge. Nothing on the bottom. So like, for instance, this edge here, if I just do it like this. Covers like the entire bottom of it like that. Maybe I should have checked the way front, like they, you know, had like me set up in front initially. Oh, well, Trucy took something off the top earlier, so if that's something that needs to be moved, then that would be something that people would be touching. Oh, there's even like a dirty mark here. That's handprints, all right. Handprints, but also dirt. There we are. Let's grab that thumb.
There, I got a print. All right, I'll just check it against my data. Huh? That's funny. It doesn't match the prints of anyone involved in this case. Really? None of them? How can that be?
I guess it's someone we don't know about yet.
Now then, I wonder if I can find any more prints.
Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Right, I was still in scan mode. I need to go to, how do I, yeah, there we go. That's kind of weird though that there would be a print like that on it. You'd think if you took that top panel off like Trucy did, your thumb would be like on the inside, right? Sorry, let me do this a bit more efficiently if I just rotate a little here. I can get it so it's just like at the bare edge here and just go like bang, bang, bang. Oh man, it's drained through your powder quickity quick. Let's just check if there's any more on top here. That's all. So that must be really obnoxious when I do that right into the mic. I just realized. Let's have a look at this side here. Not right at the bottom edge, maybe? Oh, sorry, let's, oh my god, how much of this front face of this coffin can I do all at once? Pretty fair chunk, but that's basically all my powder. Sorry. What's this down here? Nothing. And these slats where the sword comes through. I'd like to have a look at them. Nothing on there. But on the other side? Up here, this certainly looks like a handle, right? This whole area right here. This is what you would actually like hold to open the coffin. I was saying earlier that Don't Magical Girl used to usually have weapons, but she was doing fights with swords in this very show, so I guess she is a proper magical girl as well as a magician. All right. Not on that side, but this is the side that Trucy was on anyway. Nothing there either, really? Oh, no, and that's a thumb there, isn't it? Oh, and on this side, huh? Are they the same prints, though? Found another print! Judging from its position and location, it might have been made when someone put the lid on the coffin? Let's see now. There was one part during the show where someone put this lid on, after Trucy had gotten into the coffin. Yeah, I'm forgetting who that was, but it was Bonnie, I think. Therefore, this print should belong to... Yep, because I think Rios was off stage at that point, obviously. Bing! Twelve out of 12! Match found! Job magician.
Looks like the prints belong to that bunny girl. Come to think of it, she did put the lid on the coffin during the show and didn't have, any gloves on, right? Although I wonder, with all that makeup stuff for hers, if she somehow could have manipulated fingerprints somehow or another. That sounds like it would be rather pertinent anyway.
That's probably when she left her print on the lid. So they are both the same thumb then.
It looks like that's about all the prints we're going to find. To sum everything up, the prints we found belong to the victim, Mr. Rios, the bunny assistant Bonnie, and some third unidentified person. But that's strange. We didn't see somebody else up on there on the stage during the show. Does this mean some outsider was up there? Somebody unrelated to the show? The smoke screen that showed up when Trucy was there didn't cover the coffin, did it? So couldn't have gotten on there. But that weird shadow. So many questions about that. I guess we can't really say at this point. Well, thank goodness we didn't find any of Trucy's fingerprints, right? But that's only because Trucy was wearing gloves. Hey, Emma, there's something else that's been bothering me about the prints. Don't you think there's something odd about Mr. Rios' prints? Odd? What's odd about them? Well, if Mr. Rios was standing in the coffin facing forward, he would have left prints like this, right? But when we look at the actual prints, they're facing backwards. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And it makes even less sense when you consider that he was supposed to be stabbed in the back through this hole in the side. Hey, what do you know? You're right. I wonder how they wound up like that. Maybe he was accidentally facing the wrong way at first, but then turned around later? No, the coffin's much too small for a guy his size to turn around in. About all he would have been able to manage is maybe a little bit of twisting. Like I was saying, how would you get stabbed in the back then? Then it really doesn't make any sense, does it? I think I might have hit on something major here. Oh, I have just one more question, Emma. Oh yeah? What is it? Mr. Rios was stabbed in the back, right? But if he was standing in the coffin like this, how would that have worked? Stabbed from behind, I guess. Maybe at the exact same moment that Trucy hit him with the fake rubber one. Oh yeah, and then person could have dished the metal sword right there and like caught the one that Trucy threw behind. Oh, right, that. The lead prosecutor has an explanation, actually. He thought the victim might have tried to dodge the sword as it came into the coffin. What? So maybe he twisted his body and the sword ended up stabbing him in the back. That's his theory, anyway. I see. I guess that sounds plausible. Well, the fingerprinting results have been added. In addition to prints from the victim and Bonnie, a set of unknown fingerprints were found on the top, also caked in mud. Well, I guess that about wraps up our investigation of the stage. Actually, there's still the area behind that curtain. We're not going to get a look at it today, are we? Don't you want to know what's back there? Sure do. But Emma told us not to move or touch anything, remember? Would you quit staring at me? Fine, I'll go open it for you. Wow, look at you flaunting your lady killer eyes. I have my ways. I'm only doing this so I wouldn't get charged with animal abuse for not throwing you a bone. I guess puppy eyes can be just as effective. Alright, I'll be back. I thought he was supposed to make puppy eyes at Athena. To get her to stop making fun of him. Oh, well, there's a whole ass guillotine there. Some spades. Oh, no, the spades are part of the fencing here. Oh. Really sharp parts of metal fencing. Wonder if that was the real murder weapon. Well, go on and investigate to your heart's content. But before you go moving anything... I know. We'll be sure to ask first. Oh, by the way. Just examine the backstage to move to the area beyond the curtain. Okay. Time to get investigating. Yes, let's. I know we're going on a bit here, but I want to just finish the investigation of the stage before we really, can feel comfortable putting an end to this episode. Seeing the stage this way kind of breaks the illusion, doesn't it? Not for me, it doesn't. Just goes to show that some things are better left unseen. Oh, listen to you, sounding all grown up and stuff. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll have some cynical one-liners of your own someday, too. Oh boy, can't wait. Anyway, on to more pressing matters. Let's go examine the backstage area. Wowie. Why is there a dustpan? Oh, I guess the dustpan... Well... What? Why does the dustpan have a hole in it? Just to hang it on a broom like that? But then you wouldn't be able to collect dust in it. A dustpan, broom, and a bucket. Guess they use these to keep the stage tidy. I doubt that's what this bucket is for, though. See what says fire on it? That was Athena, wasn't it? Damn it. I guess it's a fire bucket then. Yes, I heard the theater owner went out and bought that just for this show. What, does it have, like, white phosphorus in it? When he heard there was going to be a fire trick, he flew to the store to get it. But can a little bucket like this really put out a raging fire? Oh, it's to put it out, sorry. I'm guessing the owner thought it could. But it doesn't look like it's been used. In fact, the inside's caked with dust. What was the point of even buying the bucket then? Wait a minute, that means nobody actually prepared for the fire trick after all? I have a feeling this might be an important bit of information. Yeah, let's have that. Can you use forensics to tell us how long the dust has been there? Because maybe someone planted it. This winch mechanism, I guess, is for either Mr. Hat or whatever was going up and down that had a spade-shaped shadow. What is this thing? It's a winch. I'm guessing they used it to pull Mr. Hat up. Oh, look, there are 2 winches. One back there and one up here. Apparently, each winch is rigged up to something different. One of them was used to hold up the dragon set piece, while the other was connected to that weird puppet in the catwalk. A weird puppet, huh? Better go check out the catwalk later. What the hell does the guillotine have to do with this? This is probably part of the trick we didn't get to see. It's a guillotine. But it's not real. It's just another one of the Trucy's props. I wonder if it was supposed to appear in the show. Huh? You mean she didn't mention it to you? She said you were going to make a guest appearance on stage for a guillotine trick. No, I definitely remember not agreeing to something like losing my head on national TV. And this is like a mini coffin? Hey, there's a coffin back here too. It looks like there's a stuffed dragon inside. No, wait, look, it's just an illusion. It's like painted on the front. See, the dragon just looks like it's inside, but it's really just painted on the front lid. Oh, wow, you're right. That's really something else. Man, between Athena noticing the shadow in Apollo not and Athena noticing the optical illusion in Apollo not, Apollo's perception is just not really working at peak today. If the show hadn't been canceled, we might have gotten to see this trick too, huh? Understage. There's a sign here that says understage. I bet these stairs go to the understage area. Real perceptive of you, man. Trucy told me she and her fellow musicians call it the Abyss. Wonder why? Because it's dark. Who knows? Maybe because it's really dark down there or something. Ooh, I bet they all got all kinds of magical goodies stashed away down there. Come on, let's go check it out. Huh? The door's locked. The entrance to the Abyss is barred to mere mortals like us, huh? Oh well. That's what you call a swinging abyss. I'm annoyed that I left it that. Up to the catwalk then for us. Weird that they were allowed all over this place, but not into the abyss just yet. It looks like this ladder leads to the catwalk overhead. Do I really have to go up there? Why don't you go on up and check it out, Athena? I'm sure you'll like the air up there. Huh? Where in the world did you get that idea from? Wait a minute. Are you saying I'm an airhead? How real can he get? That's not what I'm saying at all. Now up you go. I'll just wait down here. Okay, now I'm starting to get the picture. You're afraid of heights, aren't you, Apollo? Come on now. This is for Trucy. She needs us, so up the catwalk we go. Well, I guess it's time to put on my big boy pants. Wow, you really flew up that ladder, man. There's a bunny carving here, some stars, a moon. Here are the 2 winches. The one for the dragon is obviously way bigger. Here's Mr. Hat. You alright, Apollo? Here, why does a sheet? I'm fine! Don't look down, Justice! Don't look down! Those green things over there look like cushions. I guess one of them was used to absorb the force of impact when Mr. Hat zipped into it. There are 3. Let's go check it out! Way over there! Not before I ever look at this winch. Wow, that's a big pulley. Hang on, did that big one go to a smaller pulley? Looks like it was connected to one of the winches down below. The dragon set piece must have been hanging from this. That's a bit weird that the big pulley would go to a really small one, right? Or is that my imagination? Maybe that makes total sense. It looks like Mr. Hat is rigged to this smaller pulley. Let's see, how did it go? After being blown a kiss, Mr. Hat goes wild, and just as he's about to stab the coffin, he gets pulled up to the catwalk, and the smoke screen was to hide his ascent from the audience's view. And here's Mr. Hat himself. What's that? Well, yeah, Athena, I guess I would have never gotten to see Mr. Hat. Or no, I guess Phoenix said that Athena and Trucy got kind of close while she was studying under him. Look, Apollo, it's Mr. Hat! He's attached to a wire. Actually, didn't Trucy say something like, they quickly raised Mr. Hat up by wire into a cushion on the catwalk? Maybe the stagehands pulled Mr. Hat up and left him here afterwards. The wire attached to his back. Looks like it's connected to one of the winches down below. Huh? Mr. Hat's cape is ripped. Did that happen during the show? It's odd. It almost looks like it was slashed with a blade. How in the world did that happen? Maybe the same winch that they used. Or was the hook the murder weapon somehow? Huh. Maybe that same spade-shaped blade thing that they used, they brought down on the same pulley or something. Certainly unusual. Apollo, I see that you're trying to take this all in stride, and I respect that. But seriously, you're trembling like a newborn fawn up here. Get it together, man! I can't help it! Give him a break! If anything, that means he's doing a good job, that he's still able to make rational observations about this stuff. Hey look, there are cushions attached to the underside. Well, what are you standing way over there for? Come on over and look! You're not gonna try and push me off, are you? Seriously, Apollo, come on, you'll be fine. Here, do you want me to hold your hand? Yes, actually, if you wouldn't mind. Adorable. Looks like you're right. And Trucy mentioned something about this, didn't she? That a cushion was supposed to absorb the force of impact when Mr. Hat was pulled up? But then why 3? I guess for a trick we didn't get to see. Well, I think that about does it for the catwalk. Do you think we missed anything? Nope! I didn't miss a single thing! We're all done here, yes sir-wee! I take it you're ready to go down. Yep, I think we better. I feel a fainting spell coming on. Oh, brother. You don't need me to hold your hand again, do ya? How would that work while you're climbing down the ladder? Well, hey, I wanted to check out that moon cutting out stencil thing. Come on, Apollo. I wanted to see that. All done? Pretty much. There's just one thing. The door to the understage passage was locked. Any way we can get down there? That place. They left it up as soon as we please finished their investigation down there. If you want to check it out, you'll have to ask a magician. No, Trucy's at the detention center, so she can't help us. I guess we'll have to look for somebody else from this show. Bonnie, I guess. Okay, now I better get back to my own investigation. See you around. Later, Tater! It's too bad about the understage area, but at least we learned a few things. It has the feel of something we'll get to on, like, day 2 or something. Yeah, like one of your greatest fears! I wasn't talking about that. I meant how all the behind-the-scenes stuff is set up. Let's see, we found out there are 2 winches backstage, but for 3, they've got 3 cushions for some reason. Mr. Hat was rigged to the first winch. And the dragon set piece was attached to the other one. Maybe the reason that the big pulley was attached to the small pulley is because someone tampered with it and it was supposed to lower or raise something else, you know what I mean? I do like this think it through theme, like it's like the logic theme or whatever in this game as well. It's really good. Very much, it captures that, you know, I really like the one in Ace Attorney 4. Ace Attorney 4, it's called Trance Logic, is it? Or is that... Yeah, I think that's the one. The Ace Attorney 4 one is like really weirdly calming, actually. I'm not sure what it is, but they all get you into this. They like something about the way they're written, the pieces. Like they do seem to facilitate you thinking harder about stuff. It's weird. And the dragon set piece was attached to the other one. And both of them were used during the show. Right after the body was discovered, the dragon set piece fell to the stage. And in the chaos that ensued, the culprit could have switched the rubber sword with the real one. So it looks like the best way to prove Trucy's innocence is to identify the real killer. Where have I heard that before? Oh, this is your man again. What a complete and utter mess. This is all great, just great. That Wright kid is Bush League small potatoes. Have grown has been. There's somebody on the stage. I wonder who it is and what they're doing. Maybe we should go talk to them next time on a sturdy spirit of justice, because that is all the time we have for right now. Sorry, I still haven't found a good voice for this guy. What's his name again? Rettins. Or Rettins. Oh man, I'm so happy to be investigating again with Apollo and Athena and Trucy and all our Ace Attorney friends. Having such a good time with this playthrough. It really couldn't have come soon enough. Next week on the channel is going to be some more Violent Three Houses Verdant Assassin's Only Run, and next time here, more investigation and questioning of people, I guess. But we could be getting close to the end of our investigation day, and it might be on to court sometime soon. Made some massive progress in this in the last episode. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I will see you around. Admiral's going to be out of here now. Peace! We can expect that, but, you know, it might not come to pass. Oh, good. We're all equally ill-equipped for this. Huh?